Welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be continuing what if Naruto was a ghoul or was part ghoul, whichever one. Anyway, without further ado, let's get right into the video.
You are watching Shinobi LX. Enjoy.
So let's set this part off with Naruto walking into the Hokage's office and sings Jiraiya and Tsunade. So Jiraiya, when Naruto walks in there and he says, "Hey," Jiraiya asks Naruto to sit down. So Naruto and Gaara's not even there. Gaara's in Naruto's shadow, obviously. Um, he sits down and Jiraiya was like, "What about your other friends?" And Naruto's like, "They're not needed for me to talk to you. You too." And as Naruto's sitting down, Naruto's like basically just staring at his hand, and Tsunade was like, "What's that for?" And Naruto was like, "What are you talking about?" And she was like, "Why are you staring at your hand?" And Naruto was like, "Because I've obtained power that surpasses even you both." And um Jiraiya was like, "Naruto, what are you planning on doing with that power?" And Naruto looks at him and was like, Whatever I please at this point. Who's gonna really stop me? You both can't, even if you did work together." And Tsunade tells Tsunade looks at Jiraiya and was like, "We could just teach him a lesson." And Naruto looks at Tsunade and was like, "What are you gonna teach me? How to beat you both? It's not gonna be that hard, Tsunade." And Tsunade, like being the hot-headed one out of the both of them, she's trying to go back and she's going back and forth with Naruto. And Jiraiya tells Tsunade to leave, and Tsunade angrily leaves. And Jiraiya basically asks Naruto, "So is his clan gonna become part of the Leaf Village?" And Naruto is like, "I don't know. After all the shit that this village put me through, I would be surprised even after all the villages that all the the main villages have put me and my clan through shit, through hell and back. So why would we want to join any of your clans?" And as Naruto's having this conversation, Karin walks in and was like, "Naruto, did you sense that?" And Naruto was like, "Yeah, I did." And Jiraiya was like, "What happened?" And Naruto was like, "A small group of kids from my clan just disappeared, just completely off the radar." And Jiraiya was like, "Wait, you can sense them from here?" And Naruto was like, "Yeah, I can sense about everything from here." And Naruto disappears, and Jiraiya, before Karin disappears, Jiraiya tells Karin to tell Naruto that he's going to start shipping supplies to his village in order to get it up and running and not still be stuck in the Stone Ages. So she disappears, and then when Naruto reappears inside the village, everybody's kind of freaking out because everybody since this happened, and Naruto's like, "Where are they?" And no one knows. They were just out in the middle playing, and then a kind of an Earth style dome kind of went over over them, and when by the time they were able to break it down and get into it, they were all gone. So Naruto sent out several search parties, but a couple of weeks passed, 3 weeks passed, and no one could find them. So Naruto gave up on it. Not entirely though, but he kind of gave up on it. So Naruto finding out from Tenten, because Tenten does reconnaissance, that Sasuke is finally going after Itachi. So Naruto gets leaves the cave, and Tenten asks him, "Where's he going?" And Naruto's like, "I'm going to see the show." And Tenten pulls out her little Kagune and Naruto pull like uses like a better, like a way better version of her Kagune. So they both leave, and Gara, remind you, is still in Naruto's shadow. So Gara automatically goes where Naruto goes. So Karin, knowing that Naruto left, she begins to trail them both, all three of them, because well, it's Karin. And when they get to like the location of their fight of Itachi and Sasuke's fight, the fight's already over and Itachi's damn near dead with his eyes taken out. So Naruto asks Itachi, is he sure he wants to go through with this? And Itachi, with like his last, like within like the same breath of him almost dying, well, basically dying, he tells Naruto, I've seen and heard what the side effects are. I think I'll be fine. And Naruto cuts himself using his Kagune, and he uses like one of the open wounds on Itachi, and he kind of like pours his blood onto the open wound. And when Naruto's blood gets inside of Itachi, he begins to like not like his body begins to tense up, and Tenten grabs Itachi and puts him over her shoulder. And Itachi was like, "Ow," like yeah, because his shit still hurts. He's not ultimately like immediately turning. So when they get back to Naruto's like little area, everybody sees like the same guy that put Naruto underneath that genjutsu is being carried around like he's nothing. So Hinata asks Naruto, what is his plan, and what is he planning on doing with Naruto with Itachi? And Itachi was like, we had an agreement a long time ago, and it just so happened to benefit Naruto more than it benefited anybody else in this entire place. So he agreed, and here I am. And Hinata was like, how the hell? Naruto was like, yeah, I'm gonna just go into the cave, put him in the cave. And Tenten looks over, and like these two guys are there, and she throws Itachi to them, and they catch him, and she's like, "Oh, put him in the cave, and if you bite him, I'll kill you." And they go put him in the cave, and like I'm gonna say 2 weeks pass, and Itachi's like walking around and shit, and a shipment arrives, like a whole bunch of like leaf shinobi, and like these huge like crates just start coming into the village, and Naruto walks out like ready to fight, and he sees like they didn't look like they came in to fight. And Naruto's like, what's the purpose of this? And Kakashi appears and tells Naruto that Kaden was supposed to tell you that these are coming. These are meant to help you improve your village. And these people, these ninja that are here, used to be like used to build houses, so they know how to like do things like this. And Naruto was like, oh, you were supposed to tell me something? And she looks away and was like, I kind of forgot. And Naruto was like, you know what? I don't even care. So during like construction, it took them about like an hour to set up or begin to set up the foundation for a normal house. And they realized that Naruto's gonna need a lot bigger area. So Naruto expands the wall dramatically. I think that's the word. Dramatically. No. He makes the wall bigger, like on all sides. He makes the wall wider on all sides. So the houses would be able to fit. And Kakashi asks Naruto, so where's his version? Like, where's the leader's house gonna be? And Naruto's like, oh well, you can, if you can, you can kind of make the inside of this cave look like a kind of house. And some ninja rush into there after Naruto says this, and it takes them like I'm gonna say like 3 days to make like to do like a half of the cave, and like the another 3 days to do the other half. And when they come across this room, they see Itachi laying in there, and Naruto, well, Naruto walks in there and was like, "Oh, I'll be taking that." And he grabs Itachi, and Itachi like wakes up, and like he's like, "Oh, forgot I can't see. What's going on, Naruto?" And Naruto basically tells Itachi what's going on, and Itachi's like, "Oh, well, you can put me down. I think I can stand now." So as like everything's going on, Naruto looks at Itachi, and Itachi was like, "So you sense him too, huh?" And Naruto walks out, and he sees Itachi. Oh my God! He sees Sasuke standing there, and Naruto's like, "So you're back? Wow. Seems like you have gotten stronger." I haven't seen you all day. So, my bad. That was my sister. Um, Naruto's like, "So what did you come here for?" And not Naruto, fuck, Sasuke tells Naruto that he came here to exact his revenge for, well, not his revenge, but to lay waste to his clan. And Naruto was like, "Wait, what? Like, nigga, you still think you can beat him? Me? Them? Us? Doubt it. But sure, let's go with that one." And Itachi like remains hidden for now. So after like he's Sasuke says that, Naruto like basically like gets in like a little weird fighting stance, and Sasuke is like, "I want to show you something. Might be interesting to you. You know, might hold some importance." So Naruto was like, "What would that be? What would hold importance to me that you would have?" And Sasuke was like, "You would see. You can see." So he pulls out a sword, and it looks like it's black and veiny. So Naruto's like, "Wait, what the hell is that?" And Sasuke goes on to explain that those children that disappeared was Orochimaru's doing, and Orochimaru turned them into this, and I asked Orochimaru for this. So Naruto was like, "So you captured and killed children to make a sword to try to kill me?" And Itachi, immediately sensing the danger, he doesn't want to jump out yet, but he's like so close to like just jumping out. Oh yeah, and I'm not telling you guys Itachi's ability for being a ghoul. So Naruto like was like, "So you're gonna die here, you know, unless someone stops me, you're gonna die here. You're gonna die fast." And Sasuke was like, "Well, I would like to see you try," and he activates his Mangekyo, his internal Mangekyo. So Naruto like disappears and appears in front of him, and it was like, "Do you really think that eyes are going to stop me?" And Sasuke jumps back and was like, "I didn't even see him move." And Naruto disappears, and he like Sasuke guesses like where he's about to go come from, and he blocks like a blow going right for his heart with Naruto's like little weird ghoul hand. And Naruto disappears and reappears and kicks him away. And Gara like comes out of Naruto's shadow and was like, "Naruto, you know, what are you expecting to do here?" And Naruto was like, "For right now, I'm gonna take my sweet and precious time beating him to a bloody mesh." And that's what ended up happening for like for like 3 minutes. Sasuke's getting kicked around and standing back up and getting re-kicked around and standing back up, getting kicked around again. And then Sasuke activates his Susanoo, and Naruto was like, "Nah." And Sasuke was like the true power of the Uchiha clan. And Naruto looks at it and was like, I can do better. And Sasuke looks at Naruto and was like, I don't think you can. And Naruto basically if you watch Tokyo Ghoul, you know what I'm gonna like basically turn Naruto into. He turns into like the one night owl. Like he uses that. And like he turned like that's Naruto's like transformation type thing. It's not as big as a Susanoo, but you know, if you know, you know. If you don't, go watch the show and come back. Cause then you'll know. But Naruto like uh Naruto like he turns into it and he's just standing there and Sasuke's like, "What are you scared that your power isn't even begin like isn't doesn't even begin to be close to mine?" And Naruto was like, "Have you even opened your eyes? Have you even sensed what's been going on? Take a minute and sense what you and use those eyes to look around and sense what the hell you're currently staring at." And Sasuke sees like he stops and he pays attention to like what the hell like what type of aura Naruto's emitting, and it's massive compared to what the hell he's emitting. Like Sasuke's chakra is dark and ominous, but Naruto's shit is just filled with bloodlust and hatred right now. So he doesn't know like what the fuck he's supposed to be doing, like how he's supposed to combat Naruto at this state. So Naruto's like, let me give you one last chance to leave. Better yet. And he appears inside of Sasuke Susanoo and like smacks him out of his own Susanoo. So Sasuke was like, what the hell? And Naruto grabs Sasuke's sword and like he breaks it. And it was like, you killed children to make that sword. You couldn't even use it to lay a scratch on me. You wasted their lives. All because you thought it would help you kill me. Newsflash. And Naruto, like, appears in front of Sasuke and was like, it didn't work. And he smacks Sasuke away. And Sasuke gets up and was like, how the hell am I supposed to defeat something like this? And Naruto was like, any last words? And Sasuke was like, I should have killed you when I had the chance. And Naruto was like, very well. And right before Naruto stabs him, Itachi appears and like Itachi's like, that's enough, Naruto. And Naruto like de-transforms and was like, come on, man. He killed children. I can turn him into one of us. Just let me kill him already. And Itachi was like, if anything, I should be the one to kill him. But we would rather let him I would rather let him deal with that. Let him have that on his conscience that he killed innocent children for no reason. And Sasuke looks over slowly and was like, how you were supposed to be dead. And Itachi takes his blindfold off and was like, oh, you thought I was dead? Funny. You thought you could kill me? Only reason why I was remotely close to being dead was because I was sick. If you honestly thought you yourself could kill me, sorry, but you're sadly mistaken. Because I don't die to children killers. Well, he really can't say anything because he did kill his entire clan. But we don't go back. We don't talk about that. Not shit. So Naruto like was like, anyway, I'm gonna leave now. And Sasuke's like, where are you going? And Itachi was like, you're talking to me now, not him. And Itachi was like, so you began to do exactly what I did not want you to do. You became a villain, Sasuke. why? And Sasuke was like, the village made you do all those things. It made you kill our parents. And Itachi explains like they would have just killed themselves either way it go if that mutiny that they were planning actually took effect, they would have killed themselves trying to fight a war with the entire village. And Sasuke was like, but our people were strong. And Itachi was like, you're not thinking. They had Minato, Jiraiya, Tsunade, the Third, Lord Third, the Anbu. What made you think that we were going to be, and the Nine Tails? What made you think that we were going to be able to stop all of them with just one Mangekyo, which was our fathers and Shisui's? And Shisui was already dead. And a lot of all of our other people just had Sharingans, and most of them weren't even activated. Most of them didn't even have the three Tomoe, and you expected us to win that? They were gonna fight themselves until they were dead. It was gonna be the Senju against the Uchiha all over again, but worser. And and Sasuke was like, well, Itachi grabbed Sasuke by the head and was like, "You're not thinking here." And he puts him underneath an infinite Tsukuyomi and shows Sasuke what would have really happened if he would have never done that. And basically, what it shows is their mutiny going off, Itachi's Minato killing off Fugaku almost immediately due to the fact that he had his Mangekyo, Itachi unlocking his Mangekyo, and Naruto's like his basically just showed that his entire clan died almost not instantly, but like the fight carried on for like a couple of days. But after Fugaku's death and the death of Itachi and most of the people that actually had Sharingan, there were nothing left but women and children at that point. So, and the women that were willing to fight died already. So once Fugaku's wife, once their mom signed the surrender thing, most of them they were pushed further away from the village, and no one trusted them there talked to them. They were basically being treated like they were just people that can turn on them on a dime. Like they weren't treated like citizens of the Leaf Village anymore. They were just, cast aside. Like no one talked to them. They barely, when they walked into the village, no one even like wanted to sell them anything. They were like literally scraping by. And Sasuke, after not being able to get enough nutrients in his body as a kid, died of hunger. And his mom, after seeing all of this, committed suicide because she had nothing else left to live for. And like after he ends the Tsukuyomi, he tells Sasuke, would you wanted that to happen? Did you think, or were you just too hell bent on killing the Kage, or killing the leaders, or just wreaking havoc on villages? The consequences of my actions saved thousands. We mean, if you've thought about that, you would have seen the bigger picture, but you didn't. You only saw what you only thought and saw what you wanted to see and think. The Kages and the elders split second decision for me to do that was the right call. Unless you wanted that reality to become the real one. And Sasuke grits his teeth and gets up and he walks away. And Itachi was like, when you're ready, we'll be here. And he walks away. And Naruto, like as Itachi's walking back, Naruto was like, so, how'd it go? And um Itachi was like, I don't know. For now, we could just wait and see what happens. And this is where I'm gonna end this part off. I hope y'all enjoyed. If y'all did, drop a like. If y'all enjoyed my content, please subscribe. Anyway, this has been Shinobi, and peace out.